After a bit of a sophomore slump, Mono White Initiative has some brand new toys in Vexing Bauble and Witch Enchanter, bringing it back into the vintage metagame. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers. It is a Friday night Vintage Challenge. I am a little tired, so I'm going to try to take it a little easy. No doomsday piles tonight. We're going to check out the most recent stock iteration of Mono White Initiative with Modern Horizons 3 cards. I have just copy-pasted a list, which is why we don't have a Mox Emerald in our deck. For whatever reason, the creator of this stock list has chosen to not include Mox Emerald. I didn't have time to make changes, so we are just playing it as it is. But I wanted to play it because it is a deck that got new cards in Modern Horizons 3 and has seen a slight increase in play and winning. It has done some winning. The two Modern Horizons 3 cards in this deck are one, Vexing Bauble, which plays pretty well with the idea of this deck's core identity of being a deck that wants to be on the play and disrupting. Especially because this is a non-blue deck. So I think non-blue decks are the decks that gain the most from 4 Bauble, but historically non-blue decks are the least powerful decks in Vintage, right? So Vexing Bauble actually fits right at home in this deck. There is some shifting around of resources, like you don't see any Solitudes anymore. So there are some things that we wanted to try to minimize here with Bauble. And then I think the biggest upgrade for the deck is actually this Witch Enchanter, Disenchanter. It is a Plains that also is a Lorien, kind of. Both of those things are half truths. So this is a white land that can ETB tapped, or you can pay 3 life to have it ETB untapped, or it's a 4 mana human, important for Cavern. ETB destroy an artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. This card is I think in preview season, I called it the easiest pick for a vintage staple. And as long as Mono White Initiative continues to exist as a deck, this card was an easy shoe-in as a vintage staple because this is tailor-made for vintage Mono White Initiative. This is a white creature that you can play off your Cavern of Souls that is answering Urza Saga, that's answering Moxen, that's answering Constructs, answering all of these things. This is a white land, which is very important in this deck because this deck does not have a large number of white sources. If you look, you have 3 white lands here, 4 caverns, 4 chrome moxes, lotus and pearl and petal. That's actually not a lot of white sources. So it's very important that you have white sources in the deck, which Enchanter fills that role of both being a white land or a white card you can put on the chrome mox. And then it just is it's a great vintage style effect being able to disenchant something. Another thing to point out here is that players are on for March of the Otherworldly Light because it turns out Urza Saga is an enchantment. I know no one has ever thought of that before, but this is a catch-all removal spell that gets better with the number of white cards you play, and this card removes constructs, it removes sagas, it removes oaths, it removes all kinds of things. A very nice, versatile removal spell. This is something I advocated for very early on, especially because if this deck does not answer a Saga token, it gets outsized. And I guess you are kind of making up for the fact that Solitude has been removed from the deck, so you also have some creature removal. But I've been trying to get people to play this March for a while, and not just this deck, but other white removal decks as extra ways to kill Saga. Obviously, this has versatility beyond Saga, but you have lots of options here. I really, really like this addition to the deck. I don't know why there's no Mox Emerald. I have a suspicion, and I could be wrong, but the very first Mono White Initiative deck that did well at an internal weekend was a Mono White Initiative deck in Japan, where the pilot had a bunch of cards on loan to play in the event. And Emerald was not one of those cards, or maybe Sapphire was not one of the cards. At whatever the first list was, there was a paper issue where they didn't have all the Moxen. And then as the copy paste have gone on over time, decks will just randomly have 4 Moxen sometimes. There's also a legitimate reason in like Moxen doesn't make white mana and you have only so much room for Moxen and that kind of thing. But in general, I would always play the 5 Moxen in this deck. And I have a sneaking suspicion people think it's okay to trim on the Moxen because, the first list had a less Moxen. Right. The first, it was missing blue and black Moxen because it was borrowing power from Eric. Exactly. But anyways, that's not a huge deal. Like, I would probably always play with an Emerald if I was making the list. I would play with full Moxen, but I understand people cut them. So sideboard is still a little interesting. We've got the 4 Null Rods. This is definitely a 4 Null Rod metagame. 4 Containment Priest. Very nice catch-all answer. This deck is probably actually good against Oath now. I would say this deck, it's possible that this deck is actually favored versus Oath. It has so many answers. It's possible you're just favored, which is crazy. 4 Null Rods. There's 3 of the new Modern Horizons 3 card Wrath of the Skies. Kind of a catch-all answer that can go a little bit wider. Hit multiple things, Moxen and constructs and that kind of stuff. It's probably necessary to have these more generic answers in the board when you have these cards like Vexing, Bauble, and Chancellor that are only really good on the play. So I kind of like this. We'll test that out as we go along today. Archon is a mirror breaker, but also good against Bazaar. It's nice that your Containment Priest and your Archons are a little bit more well-rounded answers than something like Leyline of the Void, where this is going to be good against Oath and Jewel. It's going to be good against Oath and Tell. That's the second word I was looking for there. And Archon will be good in the mirror, where it's also going to be good against Bazaar. And then it looks like we still have some swords in our deck, some extra removal there as well. So it's a cool list. I like to see the new cards in the deck, and we are going to basically spend the day testing and seeing how it goes. I'll see you in round 1. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, round 1. On the play, we are doing mono white things. We're looking for a fast play here. We're up against Wizard, who is known for playing Bazaar, playing Dredge specifically, but has recently been trying out Shops and other decks like that because of Bazaar's current status in the metagame. If I knew Wizard was on Dredge, this hand is quite reasonable against Dredge, but I'm going to mulligan and look for a more generically strong hand. Is this a hand that I'm allowed to keep? Can't imagine it is. I don't know how Vexing Bauble affects the normal mono white initiative heuristics of being able to play a creature on turn 1. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I mean, I have drawn no Moxen, so that has not worked out for me. Don't really know what I'm supposed to do differently, though, besides just hit the mulligan button. Oh, they are on Dredge. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to keep this hand. Thank you, Serum Powder. We'll keep this hand, jam a Bauble, and then strip mine them. That works for me. So we'll put this March on the bottom, and we'll put... I guess we don't need Archon, right? We'd rather just go, if we can, like, follow up with a Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper works. And then we want to just close the game with Initiative. Kind of a weird matchup where... I mean, Archon is still, like, okay against Dredge, but if you can't play it on turn 1, it's not really doing what you need. I mean, maybe, depending on how deep they Dredge, it might still be good. Kind of hard to say. Let's do this. I guess there's the question of, am I supposed to take 2 damage to Ancient Tomb here? Yes. It gives me the opportunity to draw like Cavern and play Uncounterable Peacekeeper and lock the game up. Also, like, represents maybe a second Bauble. All right, the good news is my opponent can't interact with us anymore. They won't be able to cast Grief or Force, but we still need to beat what they have. Icarid, Imp, Bridge, another White Plume. All right, hopefully they don't have a second Bazaar. They do have 1 Dredger in their yard. And we have to, of course, still draw a white land, which is not easy, but I doubt that's coming back. Here's a Dredge. The Dredge was for 5, and they he hit Narcomoeba, double prized amalgam. So now I'm in trouble. Don't know if that was got to be one of the best dredges I've seen from that spot. That didn't hit any dredgers. Oh, that's a land. That's a thing, but I'm currently not beating these prized amalgams. I guess I can just let them take the initiative. All right. It's going to cost me a lot of life to do this, but I guess we make a 5/5 if we get back in, or even just play another another creature. Here comes an Icarid. I take way too much. I guess I should just... Oh, they're going to leave a person back. It's just better for me to make a trade. Gets rid of the bridge, gets rid of an amalgam, then this goes away. They have a 2/2 and a 3/3. We play this, it's a 5/5. I feel like we need to do that. I don't think we're winning this, fortunately. That was just a really insane Dredge 5. Another white plume. The problem is I'm at 5 and there's a Narcomoeba that can just steal the initiative every turn. Can we do anything with this Narcomoeba in our deck at all? We have March of the Otherworldly Light. Oh, they had another black creature? That's unfortunate. I guess we're just dead then. I don't really feel like we could have done this very differently. I could try to fake drawing to a Solitude. Okay. I mean, just a brutal Dredge. We don't even have, like, that good cards to bring in. We don't have Ley Lines, but we do have Archons and Containment Priests, both of which are good. March is pretty bad. Bauble looks good, especially on the play. Peacekeeper is obviously great here. What else are we going to take out? Maybe Archon. Maybe it's just like White Plume. Archon like stops Icarid. I don't know if that's enough. And also blocks in the air. I don't know. I don't know if those kind of things matter. It certainly mattered in that game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good that card is yet. That was, I think, a very unfortunate loss. I think if we play that game 10 times, I probably win most of the times. But that's okay. That's Magic. Wait, so Vexing Bauble doesn't even protect my Lotus. This is not even good. I mean, this is good. This is a good hand. I'm keeping this hand. But, like, Vexing Bauble doesn't actually have any synergy with my Moxen. That's very frustrating. Because, like, I just get my Lotus forced here, right? And I can't do anything about it, really. No, it resolves. That's kind of weird. I mean, they're just dead then. Just play around Mindbreak Trap. It's just kind of annoying that my Bauble can't protect my Lotus, and my opponent's going to counter my Lotus, not my creatures, because of Cavern of Souls. Oh, they had a mental misstep. That's funny. Bazaar of Baghdad. Huh. Bauble's getting misstep, but then we have Uncounterable Containment Priest, so... They don't have any dredgers in their hand, so they're gonna have to go to hand size at some point. They're just lost. Isn't naming Misstep just better? Why? Why would you name Misstep? We have like multiple pieces here. And that's not true at all. They can just go. I say Bizarre Hollow one, but I guess I can't go Bizarre Hollow one. They can Creeping Chill me, but probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I think they all just almost deterministically win. I guess we just keep these Chancellors in, right? They're not really... I mean, I guess I just keep all of this stuff in. That's only good on the draw. It's a little frustrating. I could put swords in, I guess. It still stops at grief. Not sure. Interesting. We're down to 0 solitudes now. It's probably still correct to have Chancellor in. So just run it back. That hand was a lot better than our first hand. Though I had some other options in game 1 if I had This has a Moxen and a Wasteland and a Peacekeeper. I feel like this is fine. I almost cut these Peacekeepers because I didn't expect to play against too much Bizarre. My opponent has mulligan to 2, has mulligan to 1. Looks like they didn't find a Bizarre. Classic. Well, that is certainly a way to start the tournament. Okay, round 2. We want to die roll again. I've got Bauble, no Moxen again. That doesn't do it for me. Let's try this. 6. I have a Moxen, but I have no white source. Man, I really I don't like playing this deck. It feels like it feels like you're just throwing so much down to variance here. Hopefully our 5-card hand's better. Maybe just bad luck. Every deck has hands that are no mana, right? This hand had the Moxen, but doesn't have the white source. The other hand had actually the other hand no Moxen, no white source. That was a 37-minute round. Not bad. All right, looks like opponent's not here yet. All right, opponent's back. They mulligan to 6. I'm gonna mulligan. That's definitely my best hand, and it's actually my best hand by quite a lot. Leading Bauble against a possible mono white mirror is not too bad. I'm just gonna go Plains Bauble and then White Plume. Opponent has okay, this is actually fine. Looks like they have a Chancellor of the Annex because they were stopped here, but they've already kept their 6-card hand, which is fine. We can play Ancient Tomb to pay for it, and then hopefully we don't get Wastelanded, and then we can go Plains White Plume. That's okay. It looks like our opponent is double queuing right now a Vintage League, so that's why we have so much stoppage. I was hoping for a nice quick and easy chill, but I don't have to keep starting the recording. All right, opponent has revealed a Chancellor, Ancient Tomb, Vexing Bauble, Pay for my Vexing Bauble, F6. F6. We did. It was way too... Oh, Wasteland! That is the worst possible outcome. Classic. Drew a Pearl. I mean, I'm at least going to their turn here. I might have to crack this Bauble, though. Oh, come on! All right, there was no protecting myself. Man, I love Wasteland and Strip Mine. Those are definitely reasonable cards. Might have, should I crack this? I don't really want to crack this. Nope, I won't do it. I guess I just have to hope I keep drawing running lands for the rest of the game. Isn't it Wasteland great? Good times. Good times. Hopefully they're out of lands. Nope. Seems good. 5 land hand. My bad, I shouldn't have mulliganed. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, of course. Didn't actually crack this Bauble is kind of interesting. Oh, they just have 4 lands? So 6 total lands? Seems good. Cool. Mono White Initiative Mirror. We're on the play. We definitely want Archon, and we definitely want Swords. So I guess the question is, are we keeping in Bauble on the play? Like, I do think Bauble's good on the play, but is it really better than these cards? Like, it's easy. They easily come out on the draw, but I guess this Chancellor is just garbage, right? We can just keep the Baubles in on the play and take the Chancellors out, and then maybe we bring in Wrath or something post-board. I don't really know. It's not like we need to protect our spells with Chancellor, and my opponent's not playing counter magic. So Chancellors for Archons and Swords, and then on the draw, we'll take the Baubles out, and guess we'll bring in some Wraths. Triple March, Wasteland Sapphire. That's no good. Chrome Mox, Vexing Bauble, Witch Enchanter is 2 mana. I mean, do I just have to keep this and hope I draw mana sources again? Feels bad, man. I'm gonna put a Peacekeeper on the bottom. Oh, I guess that means I'm putting this Archon on the Chrome Mox. Maybe I should have just gotten rid of the second Bauble. I was figuring I would play the second Bauble because it would give me more, it would give me more draws for lands, but maybe that was a silly idea. Like, if I get Wastelanded here, I have a Bauble I can use. Strip Mine. Oh, I love Vexing Bauble. I love Vexing Bauble so much. Ancient Tomb. I feel like I'm cracking my Bauble and stuff here. Well, I certainly was correct. I guess we could just play an Archon. It's pretty good. Or do I want to hit my land drop and play a White Plume? I feel like playing an Archon is better. Wasteland tapped. And pedal. Is there any value in March needs to be a removal spell. Need to be able to kill a Seasoned Dungeoneer. Wait, they just played a Sapphire? No way! You can't do that. Okay. Works for me. I feel like I want to keep my Archon in play, so I'll forge onto this. I have to win my game 3 on the draw, though, because I lost game 1. I mean, they're dead. Like, what can they possibly do? Wrath of God? Oh, wait, Wrath of the Skies. That wins here, huh? Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like that's a big deal. We're on archives here. That's nice, though. We have Mana Crypt backup to like play a thing here, and we're on archives. I drew a Witch Enchanter. I feel like I am just supposed to play it because it's a thing. Because now I can go march on their initiative creature that they steal the initiative with here, and then take back the initiative. Yeah. I was a little scared I wasn't going to draw a creature there. Swords would be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ruby is fine. 1. I mean, if they have swords, they're definitely winning. Or I guess they could just have March plus remove 2 cards from their hand. That was a pretty cool Wrath of the Skies. I don't feel like I was supposed to play around it, though. Maybe I could have. Yep. They have a March pitching too. Now they have the initiative. They go down the loss well. Well, we might lose this game. I mean, we can draw a Seasoned Engineer. That'd be helpful. Looks bad. Sweet Wrath. What'd they pitch? Archon and Peacekeeper. And they have a follow-up creature. They have so many cards. Sure. I guess I can't draw Seasoned Engineer now. If they name Mana Crypt. Maybe they should just name Seasoned Engineer. I guess, yeah, that would work. Yeah, we could have done that on their upkeep, right? It's not instant. Yeah, maybe. I clearly didn't play around it. I don't really know if that's like a good idea, but I guess that is a way we could have lost the game. So I don't know. I'd have to look at their mana situation. Like, I don't feel like they played a land, so they could have just had a land in their hand, right? I feel like they didn't play a land that turn, that they marched us, or that they wrathed us. Yeah, named Seasoned Engineer. Good call. Drew a Sapphire. Looks like I'm gonna lose. That's true. Yeah, maybe. Unless it was a plains. I mean, I didn't play around it. Obviously, there were ways I could have played around it. I chose not to play around it, so. Oh, I mean, like, they can draw and play a plains. Looks like we're gonna die. I didn't even bring in my own, right? My own wraths. All right, I can't play that. Sick. Cool. I mean, the mono white initiative mirror is the mono white initiative mirror, but I might have been able to play that better. I mean, we have that card in our deck. I don't think that card is unplayable, and clearly we didn't play around it. I don't know. It's not really. I don't really think you should say losing two unplayable cards there. I feel like it's important to acknowledge when you play badly. It obviously there are games you're going to lose because of draws, but I don't think this game was lost because of my draws. I think this game was lost because I didn't pick up that they were going to play a Wrath. To be fair, that's the first Wrath that's ever been cast against me, but like playing a Sapphire here instead of playing any creature is a huge tell that my opponent is trying to get mana for their Wrath of the Skies. It's either a huge tell or my opponent made a mistake, and we all assumed it was a mistake, but we should probably have assumed it was just them trying to make it to Wrath mana. So what we could have done here is on their upkeep, we could have just marched a Sapphire, and then they would have to have basic plains plus Wrath. So I feel like it's just a really bad play mistake and a thing that you should be picking up on. All right, round 3. We're going to try to play a little tighter than the last round. I feel like I missed an obvious tell and lost because of it. That's on me. I have not had very many good hands. Like, this hand is not great. Probably going to put this one back as well. What are these hands? This is just not it. These hands are just terrible. They do not do what the deck is setting out to do. All right, that one does do what the deck is setting out to do, but it has no follow-up. Definitely don't want that. Wait a second, I have to keep that. So I have to lose the Chrome Mox and lose the basic and go... Well, it depends. Do I want it to be uncounterable, or do I want to have an actual white source? My opponent's last deck was 19 days ago, Prison Shops. Just do this, and I go plain Soul Ring Petal Archon. Or I can go... I don't know. I'm gonna keep both of these, though. I feel like if I use the Petal for a Soul Ring, they're just gonna counter it if they can. But... Okay, it is Shops. I need an initiative creature now. That's a Vexing Bauble. They didn't even play a thing, right? So I guess it's best to just play and crack this. Oh, I'm just gonna not draw an initiative creature and die. Oh, it's Jewel. Okay. Well, now I'm a little bit happier with my line. Hey, initiative creature. Does it resolve? Oh, it resolves? So you're saying there's a chance. I guess now they can metamorph my initiative creature. Okay. I assume they're just going to metamorph my initiative creature. Oh, one ring. Sure. I feel like an Archon might be enough. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to attack. You can't make me. Send them out. Send a message. I mean, they're gonna die if they don't play another ring this turn, right? We have Trap coming. Tap Saga. They have another ring. It's unfortunate. So now I have to just goad. Go to the arena. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting one. What's the best thing to do here? Oh my god. We're dead. I guess I just have to name Time Walk. I don't really feel like hitting Saga helps. How much more is it, actually? Just 2 more. So if they go, like, Workshop, Mana Volt, no. Take 2. Name Time Walk. I don't know if we're gonna win this game, actually. Might have drawn the initial creature 1 turn too late. They're at 10. They can make a 3/3 blocker at best. I mean, they can take the initiative if they want. They can just play a Metamorph. They should probably take 2 life, make a construct, and play a metamorph. Maybe as a second construct. Then all I have is the air. No, I guess the construct is only going to be 2 4/4s. Doesn't exactly get the job done. Are we going archives or catacombs if we don't get metamorphed? I mean, maybe they just make 1 construct and chump. They have an active ring that they have to beat as well. Oh, they drew another ring. Okay. Maybe we'll just get Vault Keyed. Is it better for us to draw a card than to make a 4/1 menace? I feel like it is better to draw a card because we have all of those disenchants we can hit the saga. They pitched a Force of Will last turn. Do we think they have 2 Force of Wills? This also exiles the ring technically, but the saga looks like it's the more important one here. So they chose not to keep a Force of Will. Whee. All right, so they're at 8. I have a throne coming. They no longer have a saga going off. Metamorph, I assume, on like a white plume. Oh, as another ring. Yeah, sure. What's their out though? Like their deck doesn't like. I guess their out is sink into stupor. So hopefully we can get like another Archon off of our throne. That's their only out, right? Is extra artifact sink into stupor. This would be a really nice game to steal, to be honest. Don't have high hopes. All right, 10 cards. I can get a Chancellor. Chancellor's worse than Archon, right? I feel like Chancellor's worse than Archon. I don't know like what kind of outs they're actually looking for at this point. Sweet. Okay, we stole the game 1. Bauble's out. Null Rod's in. Chancellor's out. Do we play like Swords and Wraths? Because they're gonna bring in. They might bring in. Maybe not on the play. They won't bring in Worm Coils. I'm gonna do Swords and 2 Wraths. Maybe it's 3 Wraths and a Swords. How do we ever win this game on the draw, realistically? We just hope for they pass the turn and we play Ancient Tomb Null Rod. Five mana. Like, is this actually a mulligan because we don't have a Null Rod? We do have an Archon. Let's try it. Turn 1 ring. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't it... Shouldn't we maybe mulligan a Null Rod? How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Jewel, Monolith, Tinker, Metamorph. I guess we just name the one ring, so they have to pay 2 to use their ring. Maybe? I don't know if that's correct, but... Not the strongest hand from them. Could have been a lot worse. Pay 2. We paid 2. I'll probably just disenchant the Grim Monolith. Or is it better to disenchant the Soul Ring? Or just better to hit the Soul Ring? They have a Dismember. That's unfortunate. That's gonna really be a problem. Close game. Now they just play a Jewel and try to combo off. Wait, we're drawing cards? Can we not just play a Jewel? You have Jewel and Metamorph and Tinker. Oh, looks like they drew a Workshop, so it didn't matter, but interesting choice. Yeah, I mean, it's not good for us. Agreed. I didn't have, I mean, you just have to have a Null Rod. An Archon is good, but Archon can be removed. Null Rod. Null Rods are forever. And our hand was pretty damn close. This is a hard cast like Portal. Oh, it's a ring. I mean, we can draw Null Rod if they pass the turn, if that's what they're trying to do. They also have an active monolith. Do they have like a weird Tinker target or something? Oh, Argenta Masticore to play around Null Rod. Sick. Okay. Pitches a Jewel. Kills the Dungeoneer. We don't really have a lot to say. We just cast our spells and see if we win. Metamorph. That's another Masticore. I mean, we have wins here. Like, if we draw another Seasoned Dungeoneer, don't we just win? So I should go into the Lost Well. Let's go into the Lost Well. Archon Ancient Tomb. Archon doesn't really do anything considering they have double Masticore. So just try to hit our Seasoned Engineer. Caracas. Oh, we didn't hit. Oh, those are first strikers. Can't imagine we can win from here. My opponent still has Metamorph on the ring. They pitched a Metamorph to the Masticore. Maybe they have another one. Yeah. New ring. This looks hard. Oh, they can use their Ancient Tombs with their new ring. Very nice. Very nice. They are going to draw a card with the ring, which means they have to Metamorph the ring. Oh, they have PO. Okay, I'll concede to that. I don't really feel like I need to play out that. All right, on the play. March or Wrath seems bad. Swords. Was Scry better than any initiative or removal being lethal? Why would you say that? I don't feel like any initiative or removal was lethal. I don't think that's a true statement. Initiative would have been lethal to... Yeah, initiative would have worked, but isn't scrying just better? Well, they didn't have pro everything that turn, right? I feel like they didn't have it that turn. I can't remember. Maybe I missed it. Well, we're never going to ever dome them, though, right? And what is getting in for 2? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I guess we just bring in Bauble on the play and mulligan to Bauble Rod. This is a turn 1 Seasoned Engineer, which is good against some decks, but not against my opponent's deck. No force. And we have an answer to Saga. Just gotta draw land. Saga down. Land. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. It's an expensive 3 life, but let's get this train going. Jewel versus 1 Null Rod. A classic. Got a race. Might have to kill out our own mana crypt here. Thinking Super is still not an extremely castable spell. Gonna hold it one more turn at least. Yeah, just draw Academy, no problem. I guess there's no reason not to just play these things. Yep. Jewel beat 1 Null Rod challenge. Impossible. All right, here we go. Round 4. We have won another die roll. Pretty crazy. We're doing a lot of die roll winning, actually. A Lurrus has been revealed, and we finally have a solid Moxen start. However, there are some problems. Feels like a keep, though. Let's see what opponent has to say about our sequencing. I'm thinking Sapphire, see if it resolves. Chrome Mox, see if it resolves. Witch Enchanter, Cavern, Archon. If the Chrome Mox get forced, then we can just play like an Ancient Tomb and pass. Or maybe even play a Strip Mine and pass. No, probably an Ancient Tomb and pass. I would play Doomsday, but Nadu is pretty fun, so I mean they all sound like fun decks. Sleeve up some blue cards. That's a valid question. I would say normally no, but my opponent is known to play some bug. The problem is if they like let Chrome Locks resolve and then forcing Sapphire. I don't know. Like, it's kind of better if they were to force Chrome Mock so we don't lose our Witch Enchanter, but I guess our Witch Enchanter is not very good if my opponent is actually on Oath, so... Well, I'm not an expert. I don't play that much mono white. I'm just passively playable. Oh, they're not on Sultai, though. They're on Lurrus. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go with my original plan. I'm not worried about my opponent playing Vigor out of Lurrus. If they do that, so be it. I got roped into thinking they might not be Lurrus somehow. I mean, they're kind of incentivized to force this Chrome Box because I can have Cavern, but I don't have a follow-up, so it's not that big a deal. All right, turn 1 uncounterable Archon, but once again, I don't have an initiative creature follow-up. The key to this deck is very simply play a turn 1 Archon, play a turn 2 initiative creature. So hopefully we can get that. We have a nice Strip Mine to buy us some time. Caracas. Any Moxen? No Moxen. I don't know if this Strip Mine is actually worth playing on the Caracas. We need to be able to beat an Urza Saga, so I'm probably just going to attack and play an Ancient Tomb and hold the Strip Mine for Urza Saga. Unfortunately, we don't have our Witch Enchanter. The cost of doing business. See if they have a Saga. Turn 1 Caracas is interesting. Wonder if it's Stifle Knot, or I wonder if it's like Turbo Volt Key. Definitely some options. I need to draw an initiative creature, though. And then it has to resolve, which I guess is a separate problem. I'm probably not going to win this game. Maybe I should have mulliganed my hand. I don't know. It's hard. Was I already on 6? I was already on 6, right? Oh, just main deck swords on my Archon. That is... that is gross. That is very bad. It is very, very bad. All right, definitely gonna fire off a Wasteland here. I have a Lorien revealed. Yeah, this looks rough. Main deck swords. I'm playing creatures. This is vintage. You can't kill my creatures. I was told by angry Discord message the other day that... Wait a second. Isn't this the person who was angry about Mono White Initiative in the Discord? Or was that somebody else? Wait, you're telling me you could just answer Archon of Emeria by playing Swords to Plowshares? Wait, was that? I can't remember. It was somebody. It was a very interesting conversation about someone who did not like Mono White Initiative existing. It was them. That's funny. My opponent was not very happy with the existence of Mono White Initiative, saying that you couldn't beat Archon uncounterable. It has the swords. I'm gonna lose this game, almost assuredly. My hand was not good enough. Sapphire, huh? They have a Tundra, so... Oh, they drew a Saga too? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, we're so dead. Mono White Initiative, not my funnest. Not my most fun experience. Ooh, they wastelanded my cavern. They must have a force. March. Okay. Let's see if that resolves. Player on negation. Man, it's so cool to have removal spells that hit Saga in my deck. Who thought of this? Got him. No, what is this? Okay, opponent, I see you. Peacekeeper. Not great. Not great. So they did have negation. They also have main deck consigned to memory. Incredible. I guess I'm just gonna make them pay 4 mana on their Saga tokens. It's not gonna be good for me. It's probably Dreadnought, yeah. Don't think we're winning this one. I had a lot of good draws, though. They didn't even have a Force of Will this entire time. They were just entirely based on the Swords to Plowshares being enough. And it was. Hey, that's a good draw. Oh, wait. They can consign to memory my trigger. That's unfortunate. But I mean, it stops them from making a construct, so... No, my initiative. I mean, this still gives this unblockable, right? That's pretty good. I drew up planes. And now they can't make an Urza Saga token because they used the mana. Wait a second. We're cooking. We are absolutely cooking. Are they gonna pay for, make a Saga token, get a Black Lotus, play Lurrus Lotus? I still have unblockable things. We might be back in the game. Seasoned Dungeoneer is a hell of a card. The text on Seasoned Dungeoneer is wild. I don't know who okayed that one, but they're considering whether or not they want to make a construct token here. I feel like they should, right? It's going to be a 4/4. But they do have to get a removal spell for this Seasoned Dungeoneer. No construct token. So what are we doing? Hand is Lurrus, Force, Unknown. Could just get Natural Vault Keyed. Actually, I don't know if this list has Natural Vault Key in it. Let me go take a peek. Oh, they drew a way to stifle the Dreadnought. They drew a Stifle. Okay. We can March of the Otherworldly like this for 1 mana, 2 mana. Okay. Are we racing though? Which Enchanter? Disenchanter. God, this deck. I'm just ripping ones off the top. I'm just ripping them off the top. God bless. Oh, yeah, get in there. Oh, get in there. Witch Enchanter's so good. Love it. Love it. Love it. What? Urza Saga? Hardly knew her. Woo. Wait, maybe this deck is cracked. Pearl. Oh, now they can play the Lurrus. They drew a white source, and then they can rebuy the Dreadnought. I've also hit land off of my Seasoned Engineer trigger twice now, huh? Didn't even try. Wasteland was coming, and March. All right. Got him. Let me go take a quick peek at this deck. 2 Dreadnought, 2 Thrall, 3 Lavinia, 1 Consigned to Memory, 2 Stifle, 3 main deck swords? Who hurt you? Vault Key, only Pearl and Sapphire. There's a Meticulous Archive. There's an additional Consign in the board and an additional swords. Not as bad as I thought it would be. On the draw here, let's take out Chancellor and Bauble. And then we'll bring in Wrath and Swords and, I guess, Archon for white. And then maybe 1 Bauble. Oh, I got a clap. I can't believe we won that game. Sag. So sad. So sad. I would love a triple initiative hand against this kind of deck. Yeah, they're unhappy about Archon mostly and initiative, but that's okay. I like I said when I had the conversation with them, you're allowed to dislike play patterns. Like it's not unreasonable to dislike mono white initiative existing. That's fair. I feel like Peacekeeper is the worst of these cards. Hopefully we don't get bobbled here. Getting bobbled here would be pretty annoying. I guess we could technically march it. I just don't really want to. How many baubles do they have? 2? 2 baubles. Saga Gaming. Mox. They only have 2 Moxes in their deck, too. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Wow, that's actually a really sick draw. They gonna force this jet? No. I'm gonna play Archon as my spell here. And then I'll upkeep March. And then if they counter my March, it means that's their only spell they're playing for turn. I guess if they have swords, then I can do it at a different time, but looks like they have swords. Do I want to do it now? I can play around Hardcast Force. Man, this March has been unbelievably good. I'm loving it. Kraken for blue. Brainstorm. Bold. See what else they do with their mana. Look at the big guy. I've been saying that like Fragmentize and March were acceptable cards to be playing if you felt like you needed more answers to Saga, and people didn't really like that. But it's time and time again proven to be very strong play against Saga is simply removing it. It cost them their land drop, so it's not like it was free. Yeah, Fragmentize. I kind of like this March, but obviously not a lot of decks play a ton of white cards, so... But even if you just like play a bunch of Moxen, you can just make X pretty big anyways. Nature's Claim, yeah. Also, all of these cards that we're talking about don't get countered by Vexing Bauble as well. All right, Brainstorm is resolved. What is the plan? What do you got going on over there? Wait, are there no dress downs in this deck? How are you gonna build a blue-white Stifle Knot deck with no dress down? Dress down's the best card. That's crazy. Am I wild to think that like I would play 4 dress downs before I played the first Stifle or Consign to Memory? You can Lurrus Saga dress down loops. It's like that's wild to me. I have to have a talk with them. Not this player, the person who's been making the Stifle Knot list. Artifacts. Wait, they just let me have the initiative so they could steal it? Banger. I love it. They needed to go get a basic island to shuffle. I love that play. That's sweet. So now they get the island and that's so cool. Dress down killing your own concepts does not matter. It does not matter. Trust me. Trust. Dress down is so broken in Lurrus Saga. It's crazy. Oh wow. All right. They've had the plan. This doesn't even trigger now. But I mean, it's a creature, so I'm gonna hold on to this Caracas. What do you want me to do? My deck does one thing. I cast the creatures. Oh, are we gonna hold back on a 3/4 with Forge? Banger. I mean, I gotta do it. Maybe I shouldn't have played Archon turn 1. Maybe I should have played White Plume on turn 1. It's possible, actually. We can go back to turn 1 and maybe I sequence badly. Man, that's so sick. No, they have a force? Boring. Boring. Lame. Well, they could make me attack. They could goad me. They're goading me. We've entered the arena. Wow. Hope I draw a removal spell. Be so cool. Come on, March. Come on, March. No, it's Jover. How am I ever gonna beat a Doorbreaker Thrall? I can't. It's impossible. I don't know. I looking back, I might have just misplayed turn 1 of this game, and I was supposed to play a White Plume Adventurer, right? Like, clearly they let my Archon go because they had a Swords. They let my White Plume go because they had a Thrall, you know? I mean, they can't really, like... It's also kind of bait, right? Like, if they have Force of Will, they're still going to force Archon. Oh, come on. I'm really going to draw this now? That would have won the game last turn. Oh, I have to hit this now, right? Because I need to make sure they can't get a thing. It's annoying. I can't let them get a initiative, not initiative creature, a Dreadnought. They hit a Dreadnought. Boom. You can keep it in play if you sack it. How about that? Oh, they do have a dress down. They added a dress down to the deck. Very nice. So my opponent can, ooh, Urza Saga. That's a good draw. All right. Well, if I draw an initiative creature, I feel like we're back in it. Or a Witch Enchanter is pretty good. Never mind. They have a second Thrall. Jeez, they are so good at this game. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Wait. I can draw Wrath of the Skies. Wrath of the Skies for 2 is so good here. White Plume. I guess I have to hold this for Wrath. No, I'm just dead on board, right? 5, 12, 17. So I have to play it to not die. What if I had drawn Wrath there? Wouldn't that have been so good? Oh no, they got basic planes? Maybe they'll play the Lurrus into my Wrath off the top. I don't think they will, because they have an Urza Saga, but... Oh, wait, I didn't have to... Wait, what am I missing here? Oh, they hadn't gone into the entrance yet. Well, in that case, I'm not gonna block. Because I'll die to trap. Whatever. Oh, I did the math wrong. Okay. I thought they needed to forge to kill me. That's fine. Go to the next one. All right. So on the play, do we want Bauble Life and Chancellor back in? How do we fit that? Wait, how do we fit all these cards though? What do we like? Maybe we just don't play Peacekeeper. Like that card doesn't do anything. I want to play this Wrath. I think this Wrath is so good. How do I fit the Wrath in the deck? Maybe I don't play this Archon. They have Dress down, so Archon's probably not even that good. Maybe we just fit in... I mean, this has got to be like one of the best Wrath matchups, though. Like, my opponent plays all like 0 and 1 creatures. I'll just cut... I don't really want to cut a March. I don't really want to cut any of these cards. So just... Like, what's the worst card? Is it Chancellor? Maybe it's just Chancellor. Who needs 4 Chancellors? Not I. All right, on the play. What do we got? Perfect. Mulligan. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna play this. Oh wait, I can't play this because I have to put a card back. I guess I just put the Mox back. Play a little bit of a slower one with a removal spell and a Wasteland and a Bauble. Probably lead Wasteland and not Caracas. Kind of gross. Man, what if we had drawn Wrath of the Skies that game? That would have been so cool. I would have been so happy. All right, keep. Bottom. Done. Wasteland. Vexing Bauble. Do you have a force? Nope. All right, your move. What you got then? Island? Saga? Gaming? Island. It's a good one. Hold up, Stifle. Witch Enchanter. Oh, I guess I'm probably just supposed to hold up Caracas. My bad, my bad, my bad. I was thinking like I would, you know, go slower here, but I was probably just supposed to play Caracas so that I could hold up Sword March on Saga. I guess I have Wasteland on Saga. Don't know how that works out. I don't really want to use my Wasteland. It probably wasn't this, though. Wasteland. Okay. Are you going to Wasteland my thingy? Okay. That's fine. Oh, Soul Ring. It's a pretty good one with Vexing Bauble, huh? I feel like I should just March it. Vexing Bauble holding down the fort. Looks pretty good. Another thing, Brainstorm. Okay. If we can go Archon into Season, I'd be a pretty happy person. Drew 3. What's your play now? Fetch land? Saga Gaming? Strip Mine! Strip Mine! I think I got a lot of basic Strip Mine today, huh? Oh, I drew Soul Ring? That's silly. That's a good draw. That's an unbelievable draw. Oh my god. That is so bad for my opponent. They are so dead. I guess I could have the Stifle here. Can't do much about it. Oh, no Stifle. I'm gonna Wasteland this Flooded Strand. I know they have a basic planes. Oh, they're dead. They're big dead. Vexing Bauble broken. Clap, clap. Vexing Bauble looked real good in that game. All right, here we go. On to round 5. We have finally lost a die roll. We are playing against Lurrus, and we do have a Black Lotus. Known good magic card. So I'm going to do the keeping. Known playable magic card. Unfortunately, the jig will be up when we reveal a Chancellor, but we're definitely still revealing a Chancellor. And then we're hitting F6. I mean, we have 3 mana, so. Watch us get, bobbled. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Incoming Bauble. Nope, Soul Guide Lantern. Hell yeah. All right, well, let's see if we can Beta Ruby. Force? Any forces? No. How about a Black Lotus? Resolvers? Huh. I guess we lead with a Peacekeeper. And then we play Ancient Tomb Archon. Show me your secrets. Mental Misstep, Repeal, Brainstorm, Fetchland. Huh. They're so screwed. What do we name, though? They're never going to get to Repeal mana. Not with Wasteland and Archon, right? So we just name Brainstorm. This looks good for the home team, I must admit. Next turn, we could even Witch Enchanter the Saga. Oh, wait. No, we can't. That costs white mana. Why would we name so? Oh, come on! They top deck the mana? That's crazy. That's so crazy. Not me as a prophet for bad things happening. God damn it. It's okay. I'll draw another white source, and then we'll Witch Enchanter their creature. That's so sad. Oh my god. I guess I can... Oh, I guess they just mental misstep this. That's fine. That is the worst possible outcome, huh? Now they have mana for repeal. This is crazy. Mana crypt off the top was so bad for me. Oh, am I not the most unlucky? Well, they didn't want to use the... They didn't want to search... I kind of feel like they should have cycled their Lantern, even though it makes their thing smaller. I feel like a random card is better than +1/+1. Man, I am so pissed about that. Well, they're just going to hold it back? That's good for me. I'd love a white mana. Yeah, okay. There's no way they top decked a force, right? They should probably crack this Lantern and try to find it. Are they just going to bounce the Archon? They drew a Dress Down and then killed their construct? What a beast. What a beast. I don't think that's winning, by the way. There's a Mana Crypt in play, and we have a Seasoned Dungeoneer resolved, and there's still an Archon, and there... What a weird game. What a wild one. I don't believe I would play it the same way my opponent did. So I'm supposed to make the Dungeoneer undoable because they can bounce the Peacekeeper. Oh, another dress down. Wait, what does that do? Don't you need to end step the dress down? Okay, they're just checking out cards. Okay, I appreciate that. Tied a mana crypt trigger. Oh, opponent meant to do it on end step. They said oops in chat. It's okay, mana crypt's got me. Didn't matter. Cool. So what were we playing against? We saw 2 dress downs and a repeal and a basic island and a lantern. Is it just Lurrus Saga or is it possibly PO? Either way, Chancellor out. Bauble might stay in. Kind of depends. If it's PO, I want null rods, but if it's not PO, then I kind of just want wraths. Maybe we keep Bauble. I don't really like null rod against control. Maybe we could bring in swords for frog. It's probably better than baubles. Just go with this. Seems fine. I don't know. Does Lurrus Saga like control play a repeal or no? I haven't really seen one of those in a while. Let me go take a quick peek at some lists. No repeal. No repeal. Ooh, okay. This is a workable hand. He says, having Black Lotus in his opener again. Underground Sea. Brainstorm. Looking for that force. If they force my Lotus, I can still go Ancient Tomb Peacekeeper if I wanted to. Probably don't want to, but I could. I'm only human after all. Put your blame on me. Oh, hey, that's what are you doing? What's that? Blue? Oh, it is PO. I was lied to. I'm dead. I need null rod. Chat killed me. I mean, nothing is stopping my opponent who has mox or restricted card PO, so it's okay. They did have to draw their brainstorm card, so maybe we're fine. But I don't have any null rods to draw to. I do have a Wrath of the Skies I can draw to, though. Maybe that's still good here. Well, I want my Vexing Baubles back, too. Vexing Baubles and null rods? How are we going to fit all those cards in game 2? Game 3, I should say. PO, best deck in the format? Always has been? Ass. Okay. So should I bait with this Chrome Mox here and see if they force it and then slam the Black Lotus? Well, like, do I even put anything on this Chrome Mox? I feel like I could. I guess I could just put the Peacekeeper on it. But then if they counter my Black Lotus, I have no play. What's the Peacekeeper really doing from this spot? All right, I'm going to bait with a Chrome Mox, see if it gets countered. Come on, you know you want to. Damn, did not get countered. I feel like this Anointed Peacekeeper doesn't do anything, so I'm going to put the Peacekeeper on the Chrome Mox. All right. I don't have any... I mean, this hand was pretty good against Lurrus control. This hand is not very good against PO. Not much I can really do. I should have known after they played 2 dress downs. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion they were PO. Yep. All right, Null Rod is like the single best card against this deck, though. So we have some good shots in our sideboard. I should have just stuck with my instinct. Repeal is not a card that Lurrus Saga Control plays. I was lied to. Ugh, I don't have any answers to that currently, but this is unblockable, so maybe it's fine. So they can buy and oh wait, no they can't. They're gonna buy Lurrus and then loop dress downs on me. That's pretty bad. I guess maybe it's fine. It's still a 3/4. Wait, they're not going to do that? Why are they not going to do that? I don't understand. Maybe I'm supposed to attack first. Kinda don't care. I want this scry to be good. Huh. I don't really understand. What was my opponent holding up? Like, they have Lurrus, buy Lurrus, do Lurrus things. Oh, I get double trigger. Do I want to put an Anointed Peacekeeper in the graveyard? Yeah. And I drew a land? Wait, what happened? Oh, I can't get 2 triggers because it's pro creatures? I don't think I ever knew that. Huh. That's a lot of... That's a lot of mana. We have like no agency in this game. We're just casting spells and hoping it works. Oh, they have drew another PO. What a god. It's a good draw. PO is probably a dead Justin here. They might have been dead on this turn. 4, 7, 5. Probably not, because they really can just loop dress downs. Oh, where are you gonna die? They drew like 4 or 5 more cards. Yeah, this is a Vexing Bauble Null Rod matchup here. It's pretty hard. I don't even have Mind Break Trap. So if my opponent opens with Black Lotus, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Opal, PO, like there's nothing I can really do about that on the draw, the way the deck is currently configured. Make them play it out though. See what happens. They're 18 cards deep. Merchant Scroll for another PO. Yeah. Now they're going to be almost halfway through their deck. I still want them to beat me, so we'll let them do their thing here. There's a Time Vault. Or sorry, there's a Manifold Key. So Time Vault is victorious. Opal is so important for this. This is cool. This is like a classic Lurrus Saga PO deck. I kind of put that deck down. I wasn't really happy with it, but it got a recent top 8. Bullwinko top 8 with it, but that's kind of a powerful wizard. Not exactly an indication, you know. I wonder if Peacekeeper is considered good in this matchup. Because I'm going to have a lot of cards in my deck, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to have room for it. Like, we need to have Baubles, Chancellors, Null Rods. We're passing? Interesting. Cast. Yeah, but there's still like a Vault Key deck and a Saga deck. I don't know. I think Peacekeeper is like pretty bad against everything that's not Bazaar, but that's always been my opinion. What do they got going on over there? Hardcast repeal, maybe? Force of negation, pitching force of will. Sure. All right, I'm going to combat. See what happens. Dress down. Okay. I can't block because they can't make constructs, but they can't make constructs at the end step. Maybe I just get one shot by constructs. Oh, I might just get one shot by constructs here. Dress down goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I guess I should play a jump blocker. Even though I don't get an ETB. They have a key, but I mean, I'm basing it on two. Oh, they can't make two constructs. I thought they could make two constructs. Never mind. Okay. That might have been bad then. I still don't really know. I'm pretty sure the way I'm losing this game is just Vault Key, so it probably doesn't matter much. They just didn't even make a construct. Maybe they just have Vault Key already. Like, dress down loop doesn't really do it. I have trap and then triple attacker. I don't have any agency. It's just let my opponent figure it out. But again, it should just be Vault Key kill me, right? Ooh, they have to look with the top. They have 33 cards. They can find Vamp, Miss Vamp, Demonic, Key, Time Vaults, PO, Snapcaster, Yogwill. They're fetching. Are they spinning again? Hello? Spin again? Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not spin again. What is that? Lorien revealed. Maybe? Ruby? Lorien reveal? Okay. Do you find it? Mana Crib? Oh, they hit PO? 3 POs in the top 31? That's gross. It looks like they hit PO. Oh, wait, no, they're going to go Lorien again. Or maybe they're just making black mana so they can keep it. It's just a PO. It's just a PO. Ah, boo, boo. Boo. That's got to be lethal. They only have 19. They only have 20 cards in hand. They have as many cards in hand as in their library. Sag. They drew PO. They Loriented into PO. Sad. Yep. Demonic Vault Key. Brutal. I don't really feel like I'm making my opponent play it out. We can go to the next one. I'm okay with that. All right. Null Rods in. Vexing Bauble in. Chancellor in. Skies out. And Peacekeeper. Oh, and Swords out. Oh, we were just completely incorrectly boarded. Okay. We were not correctly boarded for the matchup. Don't think it would have mattered very much, but do I think Wrath of the Skies is vintage playable? Yeah, that's what I said in my thing, my preview. Strip Mine, Bauble, Chromox, Triple March of the Otherworldly Light. Mulligan. Oh, chat. Like, this is not good. I feel like I'm supposed to keep it, though. I want a mulligan to, like, turn 1 Vexing Bauble Null Rod. But I'm already on 6 on the play, and this is a turn 1 Dungeoneer. I'm not happy about this, but I don't really feel like going lower makes me better. This deck mulligans so poorly. I don't like this hand at all, but I have a Wasteland for a Saga, and I have a play. I feel like it's good enough. All right, take her home, strong lady. Wait, cast this thing, please. This is not gonna work. I might have to go down the Lost Well and try to find a Null Rod. But if that's the case, I probably should just mulligan. Oh, yeah. You kept this hand against 4 Vexing Bauble deck? Yikes. All right, my bad. I didn't know you were like that. Okay, I guess I should have mulliganed. My bad. Lorien revealed. Banger. I still feel like Forging is better than Lost Welling. Damn. Crazy. Wish I had a Vexing. Wish I had mulligan to a Vexing Bauble hand. I'm gonna go Forging. I don't really like the idea of going down the Lost Well. I have a Wasteland here. I drew the other basic planes. Not ideal. Rocks Ruby. Okay. Yeah, I want that in the graveyard. Thanks for asking. Oh, I don't think that's a good play. Like, you're just hamstringing your deck completely. I would not do that. Like, this thing wins on the next turn. This is a turn 3 lethal. Like, I'm not happy about keeping this hand, but it's still good. Wow, that was enough. That's crazy. That's wild that was enough. And we did have a Null Rod, too. Woo! We got lucky there. I feel like we got lucky there. Normally, I'm a preacher of mulligan to a disruptive piece, but the way our hand was situated with Triple Moxen, Cavern, Seasoned Engineer, Wasteland on the play with already on the mulligan, I think it's fine. But I didn't know my opponent was going to keep. I'm not 100% sure they're allowed to keep this kind of hand against a possible 4 Bauble deck. Maybe they had a counterspell as well. So maybe it's a 6-card hand with Lotus, Crypt, Pearl, counter, Lorien Reveal. That would make a lot of sense. It's possible. Like, then they can't actually counter any of these things because they have to wait to counter a Bauble, and then they just get Seasoned Engineered. Why was this lethal? That's just how the math works out? It's because we hit. It's just how the math works out for a turn 1 Dungeoneer? Or did they lose like a mana crypt flip? Oh, they lost a mana crypt flip. Ah, okay. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure this takes till turn 4, but. All right, here we are, 6th and final round of this vintage challenge. A win and lock in on top 8. Let's see what we can do on the play. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. So, no. I think my opponent was gonna concede to me because my opponent has better record breakers than I do. But that's fine. I want a battle. We're here for the entertainment. All right, Lotus Petal, Mox Pearl. Now they're only 4-1, but it's a 36 player 36 player event, which means there's lots of X2 slots. So do we want to just jam an Archon or do we want to just play Bauble? I feel like we could wait, right? Could we theoretically just play Bauble instead? Should buy us a turn to then play Archon plus Strip Mine. I feel like that's possible. They had a force. Well, I definitely didn't want my Archon being forced, so see what happens. Looks like it'll be Jewel then. But Elf Kid plays a bit of everything, so. Pearl. Ancient Tomb. Monolith. Ring? I mean, that's a hell of a start. Oh, Forge. Okay. That is worse than Ring here. Hopefully, they don't have any Mox in or anything. Okay, so I like Archon Strip Mine. Ugh. I can get away with strip mining this thing, right? I feel like I can. I have this covering Saga. Actually, you can almost kill this Forge, right? March the Mox? I don't really like that. I kind of want to get rid of this Forge. It's a little unfortunate, but... maybe this is, like, greedy. Just follow up Ring. I mean, a little bit. It just lets them... I mean, it all kind of does similar stuff. It lets them have a lot of agency in, like, what they're drawing and can hit the cards they need. They have a Metamorph here. It's not good. And a Saga. Ugh, yeah, this just looks like a loss to me. I don't know. Like, we definitely had a couple other options in this game. I made the plays I thought made the most sense, but there are definitely some downsides. My opponent's hand was very good. It was turn 1 Force, turn 1 Forge. They have another Ring here. Metamorph is like a really big glue piece to this deck. Is it going to be a Metamorph Ringed here? No, Monolith. That lets them make a construct. I need a land. Peacekeeper. I guess I have to name Urza Saga here, right? Uh, uh, I guess I need to name the One Ring. I'm not really beating any of these cards, am I? It's kind of what happens when they draw 3 cards with their, or draw 6 cards with their ring and then can only play 1 spell per turn. I'm not beating any of this. But, like, I wasn't actually stopping them from making a construct token by naming the saga, so, like, what does that even do? I mean, maybe they die to their ring if they just, like, can't play a new ring. But they can just get a Black Lotus here, right? Or even, like, maybe even a key. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, I can't even stop it from being played. So... But I do have, like, land drop, season dungeoneer, attack, right? So there are some options. Unless they Karn me, but they do need to get rid of this 1 ring. But I guess if they play a new run ring, I can't attack right away. Yeah, Black Lotus is what I expected. They only get 1 spell, so of course they're gonna pay and draw and then play a 6 mana ring. Yeah, that makes sense. Why not? You have 1 floating, so just pay 2 and then play a 6 mana ring. You can only play 1 spell a turn anyways. Yeah. Cool. 12 cards in my opponent's hand. Yep. This thing hits me over the dome. Oh, they found the academy. That's a good one. Yeah. All right. I still want a land. Another Archon. This just gets forced. Now they just sink into stupor. Well, I guess there's 2 Archons in play now. I don't know. Karn. Yeah, I mean, Karn stops me from this unless I hit... Oh, they're going to animate the ring. Get in. Indestructible attacker. What a beast. Yeah, about to say, I feel like that attack is greedy. Is this not greedy? Are there not ways to lose from here? What if we draw March, hit the Archon, and kill my opponent? I guess maybe they have another Force of Will at this point. Oh, it doesn't have a counter on it. Ah, never mind. I thought they would take 1 extra damage, but they actually would only go to 1. And then we would die on the swing back. So I guess we just attack for 3 and see if we can scam a victory somehow. They can only play 1 spell this turn, so there's like a world where they play a Lattice or something and there's a way through. I don't know. So here comes Lattice. So if they cast Lattice, do we win? No, because they have an active Karn. I can only get up to 3, so I can't hit their Karn. Oh, let's just see what happens. I think we just lose here, but... if they, like, forget to make a Karn struck, maybe? No. Yeah. Close. 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 Could have played that differently, for sure. All right, let's get these null rods in. Remember, 1 null rod, Jewel can never win. Probably some answers to Wormcoil Engine. And then... what were we taking out? I don't even remember. 6 cards? Just Peacekeepers? How the hell did we board 6 cards out here? It's like this. Nope. Where are the good hands? I mean, this is a good hand, right? This is a good hand. This has an Archon of Emiria on turn 1. I was looking for like the Vexing Bauble Null Rod hand though. Where's the Vexing Bauble Null Rod hand? 7 card keep from the kid. I mean, if they force the Chromox, they force the Chromox. Like, whatever. This is the game we play. They got it. Oh no, we're dead. I mean, you put it on the stack and you make your opponent beat it, and that's the whole deck. No rod off the top. No rod off the top. Another Chromox. So does an Archon do anything here? I guess it's good against Jewel. I'd love a null rod. I mean, we're still making the same play, right? We need to progress the game. I don't know what their hand is. Maybe it's a Jewel and they don't feel like they're comfortable attacking. I'm allowed to Lost Well here, right? And just try to find Null Rod. I guess I could have a Worm Coil. They could have Dismember, though. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm definitely not putting it on the Archon, though. Well, I only get 1 spell, right? So I can't play Bauble and then Archon. I feel like they just died. Kind of wild. I guess they can play a Ring this turn and block my trap. Interesting. I wonder what was in their hand. It must have been a Jewel, right? It must have been a Jewel, and they didn't have Jewel on turn 2, right? So we played an Archon, or whatever what happened. Okay, so Chancellor's out. And then do we play Anointed Peacekeepers or do we play Wrath of the Skies? We probably play... I mean, the swords are actually worse post-board. Maybe we just play Wrath. I don't feel like Wrath is good, but I also don't feel like Anointed Peacekeeper is good. But they're also hitting our mana. It's like not very good with Null Rod either. It's probably just Peacekeeper. Okay. I mean, we are on the draw. Like, maybe we're just supposed to keep Chancellors in to, like, try to slow my opponent down. That's a dumb idea, right? That doesn't actually slow them down at all. I mean, we just have to hope we don't die on turn 1. Because there's like no Mindbreak traps or anything in our deck. We just have to look for a hand that has a Null Rod. And find that. Oh, I don't really think this deck is like that good, but it's fine. This is no Null Rod. They kept 7 again. I just can't find a Null Rod hand. Do I go to 4? What does this hand even do? Nothing. Just go to 4. Hey, keep. No. No. And I guess maybe it's actually no, and no. Or do I keep both Strip Mines and don't even keep the Emeria? That's a hand. Monolith and Lotus? Oh no. I said don't kill me on turn 1. All right. Jet. Pearl. Null Rod. Hardcast Force. Sick. Wow, who cares? Trap is trap. Now I kind of wish we had that Archon, though. Tolarian Academy. Monolith. Ring? What a god! Null Rod, 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 Null Rod. Let's go! Oh my god. Oh, workshop off the top. Not bad. I might still lose. This is probably human, right? Maybe it's cleric. I guess it's cleric. I did kill the Tolarian Academy. True. Should I play this Bauble? Does it help me? Does it hurt me? It doesn't really hurt me. Oh, they drew a Saga. Bauble does not draw a card. There's a Null Rod in play. Oh, I drew the Cleric. Just need to draw an Ancient Tomb now. Hopefully my opponent doesn't draw an Ancient Tomb. That'd be bad for me. Imagine they draw an Ancient Tomb there. Oh, so do we care about this Saga going off? What can they even get? They can't get anything, right? I feel like there's nothing that they can get. Well, I don't think I want to kill Workshop. I would like to open myself up to the ability to Draw a third land. Vexing Bauble. Ancient Tomb. Jewel. Oh, so sick. Yeah, it's pretty good. I guess we lose. I mean, they had to rip exactly another one of those. I think it's fine. Yeah, we were not winning this game, no matter what we did here. Like, the probability of them having exactly another 2-mana land and a payoff in hand is extremely small. Like, it happened, but that's okay. Oh, we could break her in, for sure. GG's. Oh, I thought we had that one. I thought that one was, ooh, man. Thought we just ripped that one from the jaws of defeat there. That was a Mola 4, by the way. Well, I mean, we would have been able to Wasteland Saga, but like, if they are gonna draw, you know, a Soul Land and a Wormcoil or Masticore in the 2 draws that we had, like, so be it. That's okay. I think opening myself up to, you know, the variety of 1-mana lands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not 7, 7, 8. There's like open me up to 8 more draws that let me play my creature are it's definitely correct. Like, you can't just like say, oh, I know I lost this game because I didn't wasteland. That means the wastelanding was correct. That's not how this really works. Okay, 4-2. We're gonna have to see if we break her in. Unfortunately, chat, we did not make top 8. We were tied with Albert here, and then our game win percentage was not high enough to leap into top 8. Unfortunately, maybe I should have let Elf Kid scoop me in. That's okay. I like playing the games of Magic for everyone. As for this deck list, I liked Witch Enchanter, and I liked March of the Otherworldly Light, and I liked Vexing Bauble. So I actually am pretty happy with what this deck list looked like. The mapping was pretty good. There might be a little bit of edges to be gained by changing some of the mapping, because you do have a lot of cards that come in and out, play, draw. I do want to find a way to get a Mox Emerald in this deck. I don't like not playing a Mox Emerald. It was just the list didn't have a Mox Emerald. And then I would be interested in like maybe playing around with Peacekeeper and, you know, splitting up some Peacekeepers into some alternative cards or something. I'm not a Peacekeeper fan. I've never been a Peacekeeper fan. So that's just my personal opinion. But everything that we played in the sideboard, we didn't end up, I guess we did bring in everything that in the sideboard made sense and came in. So that's actually kind of nice. But yeah, I would just try to figure out a way to get a Bauble, an Emerald in here, even if it means like just trimming a Peacekeeper. Like, I don't think a Peacekeeper matters at all. So that's how I feel. Yeah, so if you are interested in playing aggro in Vintage, there is still viable aggro decks. We almost top 8'd tonight with Mono White Initiative. More Vintage videos like this one on my YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you then.